Hey everyone, I'll take a look at this week's Player of the Week pack on eFootball. There's also a Champions League one, I'll do that one after. So look out for that review as well. As always, I'll put timestamps in the description for each player. So if you want to hear about a particular player, click in the description. There'll be a link that will take you straight to them. Let's start with Kenneth Taylor. I think I saw this match. I forget who they were playing though, but he had a pretty solid game. I don't think he was amazing, but pretty good. So yeah, he's at Lazio now, Kenneth Taylor. Whole player sentiment as usual. I think they've added attacking midfield. I'm just checking my scribblings. Yeah, they've added attacking midfield. He's had a highlight card that's slightly better than this one. He's had a player of the week card when he's at Ajax that's fairly similar. They've boosted him mainly on the ball and finishing. What else they boosted? Acceleration, physical contact and balance. I think that's about it. And then skill wise, they've added long range curler, interception. Those are the two main ones I see that are new. I don't think they've taken anything major away. Someone's playing music outside my house. So yeah, we've got a pretty solid set of skills for a centre mid, certainly for an attack-minded one. Defensively, the only real defensive skill you got there is interception. So yeah, I wouldn't give him too much defensive responsibility, especially since he's clearly not good at defending in terms of the attributes, in addition to the lack of defensive skills. But yeah, going forward, you've got a couple of skills, couple of shooting skills, passing skills. All right on the ball. There's no boost on this one, is there? No. Passing's all right, certainly for a player of the midfielder. Could be worse. Attacking awareness and finishing, not amazing for a whole player. Down the right, he's all right athletically. So yeah, you got an all right attack-minded centre midfielder, or a pretty all right attack midfielder, I guess. He's not amazing, is he? But he could be worse. I think he's more of a playmaker. He's not much of a dribbler. He's not going to be too much of a goal scorer with the awareness and finishing not being too amazing, but yeah, he's all right. I don't think he looks too amazing. I think if you like an attack-minded centre mid, or you want a new attack midfielder option for your Italian league squad, maybe this could be handy. Could use him in your Netherlands squad as well, of course. Defensive mid for me, not happening at all. But yeah, fully two-footed. Just noticed that unwavering form as well. So yeah, there's a fair bit to be said for this guy. You know, you got some good skills. You know, the two-footed unwavering form, Italian league. Yeah, there are some positives with him, but nothing's particularly amazing. I can't say he's particularly great at anything really at all. He's just kind of all right in a bunch of areas. Decent, solid card. Yeah, not a bad one. Just could be a handy option, I think, for some people. It's not an amazing card. What do you lot think of Kenny Taylor, though? Was going to say junk, but a whole player with perfect weak foot is actually nice, yeah? Nowhere near enough dribbling or finishing. Yeah, they hold him back a bit. Yeah, definitely. Didn't they move to Lazio? Yeah. I think it was January, wasn't it? Or was it summer? Scored a brace. Oh, Bologna. Yeah. Lofted passes weak. Skills are good, though. True. Whole player for Netherlands squad. Won't last long in new free-to-play teams. Double pivot. Yeah, I wouldn't have him deep in the midfield. Not a bad card, fast. Yeah, he's got decent pace, to be fair, for a centre mid or attacking mid. Good on the ball. He's decent on the ball. Not amazing. Not much of a dribbler. Get and forget. Yeah, I don't think many people are giving too much game time, but he's solid enough. Sub, yeah, maybe. Yeah, he could be a handy one. I think general consensus is he's not a bad card, but he's just not a great one. So yeah, could be a decent option for some people, particularly if you've not been playing the game for too long. And it's not a bad card. There's no major weaknesses there. Just one or two small weaknesses, and there's just nothing that amazing about him. So yeah, fully two-footed on wavering. Could be a handy one for some people. Not a bad card at all. Just not a particularly exciting one, really. Right, no Sunderland players, but we've at least got one former Sunderland player. Danny Welbeck, face scan, goal poacher. He does have a booster, and he needs one. Let's hope it boosts his awareness and his finishing. It does. Okay, so it's a good booster. It's a needed booster. So goal poacher, as it usually is, Welbeck. You can only play centre forward. Yeah, with A form, he looks all right. The balance is horrible. Apart from the balance being horrible, though, as a goal poacher on A form, he looks all right. Not amazing, but pretty decent. Without the A form boost, though, awareness and finishing 83. Not great for a player of the week centre forward. We have had, what have we had? Well, we've certainly had some player of the week rush. So his weaker foot accuracy's gone up. So his weaker foot is stronger than normal. But yeah, we've had a few player of the week Welbecks. I think I had one of them. I've had a highlight of him as well. It's been a couple of player of the week versions. There's been a few, yeah. So there's a couple kind of similar to this with the booster, but there's one. Yeah, so there's I can't read my own notes, but there's one that doesn't have a booster. When this one's not on form, it's similar to that one, but this one's obviously got the booster that makes it better. On A form, he's slightly better than the highlight guys we've had of him, so it's a good version of Welbeck. We've lost a few points on awareness, but we've gained a few points on finishing. Odd. Had a boost to his on the ball and his passing. His physical contact been boosted a bit as well, yeah. Lost 2 points off balance. Obviously, he fell over more often in this particular game in which he played really, really well. Whatever. Skill-wise, so gained long-range shooting and first-time shot. And is aerial superiority new? Interesting. Yeah, so aerial superiority is new. And they've taken 1 point off his jumping. So he's better at winning headers than normal, but he can't jump as high as normal. Makes perfect sense. Good job, Konami. Yeah, you got an alright centre forward there. He's not going to be great in the air, but I've used this guy's GP card in the past, and he seems to be better in the air than you expect him to be. So yeah, the aerial stuff's not looking too great, but if they've added aerial superiority, he may well be decent. Yeah, he's a super sub as well. I'm not sure if that's a new skill. But yeah, there's a goal poacher that kind of a bit of everything there. Bit of pace, awareness and finishing on A form, decent on the ball, very decent on the ball for a goal poacher. Yeah, a little bit of physical strength. The balance is poor, but yeah, he could be a decent one to be fair. But yeah, without that A form boost, you lose the awareness, the finishing, the acceleration, and ball control. Those are important. It's a striker's instinct. Yeah, striker's instinct. Yeah, the A form boost makes a difference. Without A form, sure he could do a job, but he's lacking in some important areas. With A form, could be handy, could do a job for you. So yeah, I think the A form boost is going to make a difference on this guy. Could be a decent one when he's on A form. Otherwise, yeah, I'm not so sure. What are you lot saying about Welbs? Where's chat? I can't keep up. Okay for England sub. Yeah, could be one for an England squad maybe. 85 without the booster. Yeah. What's 85 without the booster? Nothing. Ballard will be a big fan of this card. Oh, was it against Liverpool? Was it? Deserves a card. Been good this year. He has been good this year. Yeah. Did he get into the England squad? There are rumours he might make it. Yeah, they don't like the important stats going over 89, do they? I mean, he won't even get 88 on those two because he starts at 83 for awareness and finishing. So he's not +3 yet. Although he might have a manager who goes +1. But yeah, you're not going to hit 90, that's for sure. Can't believe he wasn't called up, so he wasn't. Yeah, a bit harsh. He deserved to at least be in the squad, I think, for Tuchel to have a look at him. Almost the same as older player of the week. Yeah, the booster makes a difference from one of them. Similar to the other one, I think. Superb stats for awareness finishing, pretty nice. What? Pretty nice with B or A for. Yeah, with A they're alright. Long leg sofa, nice on the ball. I won't go off on another rant about that, but there are some different opinions in the community about leg length, pros and cons. Taller Cole, interesting. Not bad last 15 minutes of the game if needed. Yeah, could be a handy one for people if you don't have that many strong striker options. Faster than other versions, yeah, he does have a bit more pace than he sometimes does, doesn't he? But yeah, the cost of awareness and finishing, yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? If he was a fox in the box and they gave him a bit more awareness and finishing and not so much pace, I think that could really come together a bit more, effectively for him. But yeah, still could be decent, certainly on A form as a poacher. What else is he saying before I move on? What's his booster? Striker's instinct. Works for your over 35 side. Sounds cool. Very similar to the 100 rate player of the week one that you got. Lacks one touch pass but does have outside curler. Cool. Yeah, outside curler's a handy one because he's not overly two-footed. His cards do play above his stats. Yeah, I found that, like I say, certainly in the air, he seems to kind of win headers and score headers for a GP card. It's only his GP card I've used. So yeah, he could be one of those who plays a bit above his stats, yeah. Right. Let's move on then. Yeah, with A form, yeah, decent, not a bad one. Without A form, yeah, not so great. Another striker, another goal poacher centre forward. We've got Beto now, and he's got a booster, which is attack awareness, pace, and stamina. Like off the ball or something. Off the ball. Hey, that was a good guess. Again, though, awareness and finishing both suck. So what are they doing? Just running out of energy to rant about these things. The whole point of Player of the Week is that these are the most informed players in the world. Apparently the most informed strikers in the world aren't very good at the most important things for a striker. So what are they doing? So yeah, attacking awareness 82, but when he's on A form, 85. So with the maximum game plan boost, you can get it all the way up to 87. Wow, one of the best strikers in the world this week, apparently. Similar to Welbeck, really. The balance is awful, but he's got a bit of physical strength. He's got more strength than Welbeck does. He's a bit taller as well. It could be decent in the air, but he scored a header. Did he score 2 headers? I forget now. Bit of pace on A form. For a goal poacher, I'd say when he's not got A form, he's going to be a bit slow, and he's quite a big, tall, clunky guy. So yeah, I'm not sure he's quite got the pace you'd want from a goal poacher. Certainly without A form. When he gets that A form boost, though, again, like with Welbeck, I think that boost will make a difference. Finishing, though, there's no boost on the finishing, so 83 is your maximum finishing stat before your game plan boost, so you're not going to go past 85, maybe 86 with certain managers. Not great. On the ball, kind of alright, but he's not going to feel too great as a big, tall, clunky guy. So yeah, he's a big physical poacher. He's not an amazing one. But is he good in the air, though? I'm guessing, yeah, we've got heading and aerial there. So you've got heading and aerial, not got acrobatic finishing. He's a super sub, could be a handy super sub. Throw him on, whack a few crosses into the box. First time shot, long range curl, long range shooting, through passing. You've got some decent skills there. What have I noted down about Beto? So we've had a highlight version that was a little bit better. There was an Udinese Player of the Week card actually of Beto, but that was a while back, not quite as good as this one. He's been boosted mainly on the ball. Where am I? On the ball. His acceleration and kicking power have had a boost. He's got some decent kicker power behind his shots, even if the finishing stat itself isn't so great. They've added 1 point to his finishing stat. That's generous. What else have they done? They've taken... Oh, so this is a classic. They've taken 2 points away from his attacking awareness. So he's got 2 less attacking awareness than his GP card. But when he's in A form, he's got 1 more than his GP card. Wow! Cool. They put a lot of thought into that. Yeah, they have, as I suspect, they've taken away acrobatic finishing for some absurd reason. And they've added long range curl. That's a new one. They've added chip shot control. Did he score a chip as well? How many goals did he score? Long range shooting's new. Through passing, outside curler, fighting spirit. Of course, everyone gets fighting spirit. Outside curler, handy one. He's a tall, clunky guy. He's not particularly too-footed, so outside curler will be handy. Yeah, he could be a useful one. This guy, you throw him on, big physical dude. He'll maybe score 1 or 2 headers for you. But yeah, again, some of the most important stats are a bit lacking. Even on A form, he's not that quick for a goal poacher, and the speed's kind of alright, but acceleration's a bit lacking, and that balance is horrible. So it's pros and cons. Could be an option for your English League squad or your... What country is that? I thought it's Portuguese. Guinea-Bissau. Okay. Yeah, so if you've got a Guinea-Bissau squad, Bissau, I don't know how to say it. It could be handy for that. But yeah, English League could be handy striker, could do a job. Certainly on A form, he's got some qualities there, but without A form, again, some of the most important stats just don't look that great. So some qualities could be handy, but again, I don't know. Not the most exciting striker card for me. I wouldn't be spending any coins trying to get, that's for sure. What are we saying about Beto then? Stats are meh. Fair. Honking finishing. Yep. For a big guy, decent dribbling. Really? Balance reaches 70 for a big man would be... I think you're being very generous there. Feels like a decent super sub for cross-fam, otherwise underwhelming. Yeah, I think that sums it up pretty well, yeah. What is that finishing and awareness? Good question. Bully forward, he's okay if you don't have meaty forwards. Could be decent for a new player's English League squad, yeah. May as well have been a target man. Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure he'd be that dominant in the air as a target man, 79 jumping. Scored a dodgy goal against Chelsea. What is that finishing? 2 goals and an assist. Okay. Had that Udinese goal. Did you get the Udinese one? Udinese, did you? He was your first super sub. Nice. He was good when he first started eFootball. Yeah, this is probably similar, to be honest. Good for new players. Just not so great for anyone who's been playing for a while. Scored 2 and chipped Chelsea's keeper. Nice. Should be adding skills that aren't on his GP card. Not removing. Yeah, I forget who said it. Someone ages ago said it in a comment on a video. They said that what they should do, instead of taking skills away, that space there where you add 5 additional skills on cards that you can train, they should just add them into that space there. Don't take them away from the mains from there. Just add them into that slot. You've got those 5 spaces. Put them in there. Why do you have to take away from them? It doesn't make sense. Whoever that was, I forget who it was who said that. Someone said it in a comment a while back. It was a great suggestion. So yeah, why don't they do that? Stop taking skills off them, and especially because they keep taking good ones. They love taking away heel trick, acrobatic finishing from attacking players. Yeah, just add them into that vacant area. But yeah, same as Welbeck really. You know, he's got a bit about him. There's some qualities there. Certainly an 8th one could be decent, but even an 8th one, it doesn't look amazing. And the awareness and finishing for Player of the Week striker are just silly. So yeah, it could well be handy for some people. Certainly as a super sub, as a big physical dude, put some cross in for him. But again, it's not an exciting card, is it? Let's be honest. Mario Hermoso with the extra frontman. Normally a build-up, so face scan's quite an old face scan now. So it's normally a build-up Hermoso. He's now an extra frontman. He is in the current Serie A pack actually. I've made a note on that between this one and that card. But yeah, is there a boost on him? No, it's not a booster. It looks at first glance like a pretty standard Player of the Week centre back, doesn't it? Really. I'm guessing they boosted that lofted pass though. 78. That's pretty good for centre back. I noted down about Hermoso. So yeah, normally a build-up, changes playing style. I've had a couple of Player of the Week versions of him. There was a Champions League Player of the Week version of him from when he was at Atletico Madrid. It's pretty similar overall to this one. Shuffled around a bit the stats. He's had a few highlights that are slightly better. The one in the Serie A pack is also slightly better than this one. Not a massive difference. Pace, physical contact, balance, stamina. So yeah, a bit of athleticism. What else they've done on him? They put a bit on some of his technicals down the left, actually, to be fair. They don't always do that on Player of the Week centre-backs. And they have taken away 8 points from his heading stat. Cool. So yeah, yet again, they've nerfed the heading on a trending card because... what else they done? Let's look at the skills, shall we? Yes, let's. So we've lost their goal. We've lost low lofted pass and long throw. That they have given us through passing, pinpoint crossing, interception, sliding tackle new as well. I think sliding tackle's new as well. Yeah. So yeah, got some pretty good skills here. What we're lacking: acrobatic clearance, through passing, weighted pass, and pinpoint crossing. And he's got that boost on his lofted pass. He must have put a nice cross in. And then defensively heading an aerial, man marking, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So acrobatic clearance is the only thing you're lacking really. Apart from that, you got all the other defensive skills. You've got a few nice passing skills. The defensive awareness is a little bit lacking. It's not disastrous though. The other defensive stats are fine. Pace is fine. As always with Player of the Week centre backs, aerial and physical strength is somewhat borderline. There are some people who say that's fine. I would say it's a bit lacking. Stamina's had the standard boost. A few decent technicals down the left. Do you like an extra front man? Does it even make a difference? I can't. It's been a while since I tested it, but they acted the same as build-ups to me. But yeah, there's enough to be said for this guy. I mean, could you even use him as a defensive left back? That's a major stretch for me. Horrible on the ball, pace is lacking for that, in my opinion. But yeah, certainly as a centre back, could be handy. If he, as an extra front man, however much difference that playing style makes, having that slight boost to his technicals there and a few nice passing skills could work quite well. I can certainly see some people being happy with this guy as a centre back option, especially for the Italian league change. So yeah, there's a bit to be said for this card. I think it's an interesting one. Change of playing style, beefing up his passing a bit, and defensively I think he's fine. Just like I say, you know, like you always get a player with centre backs, physical and aerial strength is borderline for me, and defensive awareness. Shame you're not quite getting to the 90 mark, but it's close enough. It's a decent centre back card, but yeah, not the major one. Just a solid one that's quite got, you know, just slightly interesting with the playing style and the passing, I guess. What do you lot think though? What do you think of Hermoso? It was me. Oh, it's my. Oh, I thought it was you. I had a feeling it was you. I was looking at you and Hellas. I had a feeling it was one of you two. Yeah, it was a great shout. That. What's up, Ryan? Serie A. Yeah, he plays for Roma now. You went there in the summer. I have Pavlovic, Player of the Week, extra front man. Like the playing style, highly underrated. Cool. Got Destroy version. Nice. Insane lofted pass for a centre back. Dang. Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it? Wasn't he at Atletico? Yes, he was at Atletico Madrid. Then he went to Leverkusen. Now he's at Roma. Always give a left centre back a chance. Fair. Extra frontman, Brahim, Player of the Week. Yeah, I don't think we've had many in quite a while now. Seems like a pretty good option. Can cross at left back if needed. Yeah. He's an interesting one. He looks very usable. Probably one of the more unique and interesting cards of the pack. Yeah, maybe boosted his lofted pass stats, but removed the skill. What did I remove? Oh, was it low lofted pass? I forgot. Yeah, low lofted pass. I mean, they did add through passing, pinpoint crossing, but yeah, a bit of a shame that take away low lofted, I guess, but it is what it is. My Pavlovic runs much more forward, does he? Nice, okay. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the way I play my formation or something. Extra frontmen never really run forward for me. Perfect for a 3CB system. Yeah, that's a good shout. That is a good shout on the left side. Right, that's all your thoughts. Yeah, solid centre back, and he's got a slightly different profile. Nice little sneaky boost to his passing. So yeah, so maybe not the best Hermoso card, but it's an interesting one. Could be a handy one for a fair few people. That. Another Nico O'Reilly card, and it's a booster. So it's from that cup final, obviously. I didn't watch it, so I don't know what he did. Didn't he score both goals? I think I read that. Got a booster. The booster is aggression, acceleration, physical contact, stamina. Hard work or something like that. Hard worker. So he worked hard in the cup final. Lovely. Yeah, as always with Nico O'Reilly, you got a few positions: centre mid, attacking mid, as well as left back. We've had a few Nico O'Reillys. They've changed his playing style. Actually, he's normally a fullback finisher. They made him an attacking fullback, and his weaker foot usage has been increased, but his weaker foot accuracy hasn't. So that's not helpful. If his weaker foot's weak, you don't want him to use it. But yeah, we've had a few versions of O'Reilly. We've had a couple of player of the weeks. The booster on this one makes it the best left back version, albeit he doesn't have interception. So that kind of goes against him. I had a few highlights as well. This is about as good as any highlight in general, certainly the highest rated left back. But if you look at the one that was in, I think there's a highlight in some kind of Young Stars pack, something like that. That one doesn't look as high rated as a left back, but I think the stats are a little bit more well balanced on that one. I think I prefer that one as a left back. But yeah, this is a good version of O'Reilly. They boosted his acceleration, physical contact, and balance a bit. What else have they boosted? His on the ball and his finishing, albeit it's still not very good. It depends where you're going to use him. As a very attacking left back who's not got interception and doesn't have very good defensive stats, bit of a stretch for me. As a centre midfielder, his passing is not amazing. Does have one touch and through. I think he's probably going to be better as a centre mid to me. As an attacking mid, the attacking awareness and finishing suck. Passing's not amazing. Could do a job attacking mid. I think he could do a job left back or attacking mid, but I think as a centre mid is more of an all rounder. He still lacks interception because that's an important one on centre mids. But apart from that, though, some good skills for centre mid. I think as a centre mid is where it'd be best, to be honest. Maybe as a kind of attack minded centre mid, bit of an all rounder. Could just be one of these cards, just a handy card, just to cover a few positions for you. Got unwavering form. He has been playing well, to be fair, so far. I'd say it's a bit premature, but yeah, that's a positive. It could be a handy option for your English youth squad, really. They've added a bunch of skills to this guy, actually. One touch and through are both new. Blocker. What else is new? Aerial superiority. They've added aerial superiority. They did he score a header? Because when he scored a header against Newcastle, and they didn't give him aerial superiority. But they have given him aerial superiority this time. Interesting. And fighting spirit, I guess, is new because everyone gets that in player of the week. But yeah, not an amazing card. I don't think he's amazing in any position, this guy. But he just could be a handy one to cover a few positions. Just one of these cards, really. Not going to be an amazing fullback, centre mid, or attacking mid, but could be a handy card to have in your squad. It's pretty tall with aerial superiority as well, heading and aerial superiority. Albeit the jump is not amazing, but he'll win a few headers for you wherever you play him. So yeah, slightly different profile on O'Reilly. Obviously a big, tall left back. He's quite versatile. There are positives, positive things to say about him, but just not amazing in any particular position. Really. I think it's just a handy card. What do you lot think of O'Reilly? He scored 2 headers, did he? Fair. That makes sense why he's got the aerial then. Why didn't they give him the aerial booster instead of hard worker? Fair enough. Tap-in headers. Oh, okay. Fluky goals, says Moose, the Arsenal fan. Blocker and aerial superiority can add a lot to him, although stats-wise, previous player weeks were better, were they? They didn't know better when they look different, though. They're slightly different. Awareness is too low. Both the awarenesses are too low. Wherever you play him, he's got a lack of awareness. Attacking midfield, attacking awareness is too low. Centre midfield, both attacking and defensive awareness a bit low. Left back, defensive awareness too low. Yeah, he's going to lack a bit of responsiveness. Got his player of the week, whole player, really good card. Give him a try. All right, it could be one. I mean, I would say with any player of the week card you get, try them before you release them, because some cards will play better than you think they're going to. So yeah, definitely worth a try. And Ballard's obviously enjoyed using one of his cards previously. Should have left midfield as well. Yeah, maybe. Left backs seem to play well as defense midfielders, right? Maybe. Hate this guy. I hope no one gets him. Says Deleter, the Arsenal fan. Really good player model. Will get stuck in the midfield or a fullback. Well, yeah, he's got qualities, isn't he? Slightly different profile depending on the position. So yeah, could be handy. Slightly interesting profile. Certainly versatile. Unwavering form. There's good things about this guy. But like I say, as much as it could be a handy card, I don't think he's going to be particularly special in any particular position. But he could be a handy one for a fair few people. Brahim Díaz, the deep line forward. Interesting. Face scan. No boost on this guy, but does he need one? Not really. Fully two-footed. He can play every attacking position. Hello, this could be an interesting card. We've had a few Brahim Díaz cards, haven't we? I've had quite a few. I had the very first one. I think it was the very first one. It was a 4-star when he was at AC Milan. Where is he? Where am I notes? So yeah, he's normally a creative playmaker. He's normally a right-wing forward, but they've made him a centre-forward, deep-line forward. He's had a bunch of player of the week cards. Diaz. This one, in terms of the overall ability, it's up there with the better ones, but the stats are shuffled around a bit. They've obviously made him a centre forward this time, so he's going to have a slightly different kind of balancing of the stats to what he's had previously. Compares pretty well to his better highlight cards as well overall. Not so much his Showtime cards. Obviously, he's had 1-2 Showtimes, but yeah, they've boosted his attack awareness. They've especially boosted his finishing. That's looking decent, depending where you're going to play him though. You would expect if you make a guy who's normally a kind of winger or attack midfielder, you make him a striker, you expect they'll boost the kind of awareness and finishing with him, nerf him a bit on the ball, but they've not really nerfed them on the ball. I'm quite surprised by that. They have taken a couple of points of ball control, but we've gained a bit on his dribbling and tight possession, so that's a bit of a surprise. Definitely not complaining. They boosted his speed. He's not always got that much speed. His kicking power's up a bit as well. He's had a big boost to his heading and jumping, so I guess he scored a header, which is why he's gone from being hopeless in the air to a little bit less hopeless in the air. Physical contact up a bit, as you expect. They always boost that on attacking players. We've lost a bunch of points off balance, but his balance is still good, so that's fine. He's got that low centre of gravity as well, so he's going to be nimble. He does feel nice in game, Brahim Díaz. What have they done skill-wise? They have taken a few away. Chop turn. Heel trick, of course. They always take heel trick away. Why? Or hell trick, as eFootball calls it now. Rabona's gone, I think, as well. What have we gained? Flip flap. So you got the ball roll double touch. The dribblers will be very pleased about that, the skillers. And we've also gained long range curler and of course fighting spirit. Yeah, I think what you got here is you got a Brahim Díaz card that's kind of based on when he played up front, but they've made a really nice version of Brahim Díaz in his normal positions. You won't have an active playing style out wide, but I think that's where he's best. He's not got the passing to play attack in mid. You could get away with SS as a deep line forward. Centre forward though, 83 attacking awareness, 81 finishing, and there's no booster. Yeah, I know he's a deep line forward, but I think if you're going to play him in around the attack, it's going to be just behind the attack. You're going to want someone just ahead of him to be your main kind of goal threat. But just off the attack, or like I say, out wide, fully two-footed player, so right wing or left wing. He's not going to have a great cross on him. Loftus 72, he's not got pinpoint crossing, but he can pass the ball for a wide man. Finishing's reasonable, good on the ball, good attacking awareness for a wide man, good pace, bit of kicking power, bit more strength than normal, good balance. They've thrown in long range curl as well as completing the combination for ball roll double touch there. Yeah, that's a handy wide man, that for me. If you don't mind your wide man not having an active playing style on the right or on the left as a goal scoring winger, he's got a decent pass on him as well for a wide man. I think that's a handy card. That's a nice looking Brahim Díaz card. Yeah, I would not complain at all if I get this card. I think this is probably my target based on what I've seen so far. So yeah, you might prefer versions with different playing styles. I'm sure there's probably been versions that maybe he's got better crossing, for example. Some of his trainable cards might be a bit better on the ball, but yeah, all things considered for me, as long as you're okay with the playing style, I think as a wide man, that's the best way to use this card. It could be very, very nice. You could still use him as striker or certainly SS. I think certainly as an SS, he could be very handy just off the attack. So yeah, you've got a few ways you can use him. Very interesting Diaz card, not necessarily the best kind of, statistically, but it's a very handy looking one to me. Some nice skills thrown in. I think that's going to be one of the more popular cards in this pack. But what do you think? Solid as an SS, yeah. Phenomenal Panenka. Changed his stronger foot, did they? He's already fully two-footed, isn't he? Brahim Díaz. Funny how they gave him a card as soon as he won AFCON. Yeah. Supposedly. I wouldn't be surprised if they overturn the overturning of that decision, but we'll see. A load of nonsense. What's up, Daz? Behave yourself. SS will work, it will. Again, good sub. Yeah, he's not a super sub, is he? No. But still, even without super sub, could be a very handy sub. Love him, but have a few versions already. Got a highlight of all the skills. Fun player. Yeah, he's a fun player, isn't he? Feels really nice on the ball. Yeah, he will. I've had a couple of Brahim cards. Nice on the ball, definitely. I can definitely vouch for that. Interesting card. Very fast, very good on the ball. Otherwise, not great centre forward. Yeah. Good to try to get fouled. Yeah. Has he got gamesmanship? He has. Yeah. Yeah. He'll get you some free kicks when he. Whole player would suit him well. Yeah, it would. That's a shame he's not got that, but I guess he can't have it all. Looks spicy. My creative playmaker right mid isn't too far off. This one seems slightly better. Spare the super low passing. So yeah. Not sure what that last bit said. This is a winger card. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Yeah. If you play him and miss a penalty and lose the match after a week, you'll be gifted a win. Won a penalty, did he? Got his AFCON showtime. Very good as a winger, and he's nimble. Yeah, he's definitely nimble. No penalty specialist, no, surprisingly. No outside curler, doesn't need it. He's fully two-footed. Got him right midfield playmaker. Very nimble and fun. Yes. Is it too much for Konami to give us a good player in the position they're supposed to play in? Well, I'm assuming he played centre forward, in which case I guess that the position's right. But I don't. Did I watch the match? I'm not sure I did. I think I saw a few minutes of it. Previous one was left-footed, was it? Oh, I mean, they changed it from left-footed to right-footed. I think they did that a while ago, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong, though. But yeah, I think we're all mostly pretty agreed. Good card. He is fun on the ball. Anyone who's tried him is saying the same thing. He's nimble. He's good on the ball. Really fun one to get in the ball and use. And yes, you can use him just behind you. You could use him as a striker if you really wanted to. You could use him at MF if you don't mind the passing being a bit low for that. But certainly as a wide man or maybe just off the attack, could be very handy. A lot of his positions he won't have an active playing style. That might bother some people. It doesn't bother me. But yeah, that's a pretty handy card. That could be a really useful one for your Spanish League Challenge. For me certainly it would be. I think this is probably going to be one of the more popular cards in this pack. Assane Diao, he's been doing well for Como. So. Face scan, whole player, right midfielder, can play right wing or left wing. Quick, tidy on the ball. The awareness and end product kind of okay. Yeah, looks like a tidy wide man. This guy, whole player from wide midfield or no active playing style wide forward. This is the first version we've had of Diao. What did I note down about this guy? Yeah, first time I've had a version of him as far as I can see. He's normally a roaming flank, actually. So he's normally a roaming flank. Change of the whole player. That for me is a slight downgrade. Not because I don't like whole player. I do like whole player on a wide midfielder, but whole player is only active on wide midfield. He won't be active as a wide forward, whereas roaming flank is active both wide midfield and wide forward. So is there that much difference between whole player and roaming flank? There's a bit. I mean, a roaming flank just kind of roams around a bit, not quite as aggressive, whereas a whole player kind of homes in on the penalty area a bit more. They're a bit more direct with their running. So I guess maybe he was more of a whole player than a roaming flank, but it does mean that you don't have an active playing style, left or right, wide forward. What have they done with him? He's weaker for accuracy, he's gone up a bit. He's lost a little bit of pace, albeit he's still got enough pace, clearly. They boosted his kicking power, his physical contact, his defending's up a bit, of course, because he's an attacking player. So to give him a more attacking playing style, made him a bit better at defending. Cool. End product has had a nice boost, actually. So his end product is alright. It's not amazing, but it's been boosted quite a bit from his GP card. And then skill-wise, have we lost anything? I think maybe chop turn's gone from there. But we've gained a few. Long-range curler and first-time shot. 2 nice additions. What else new? Their fighting spirit, obviously. Through passing and pinpoint crossing. Yeah, you got a nice set of skills there. Not a lot of skills for the skillers, but some end product certainly there. And the stats, they boosted his end product on his stats as well. So yeah, this guy looks handy to me. He's a right footer, so I think all things considered, he's probably going to be best off the left wing. I think certainly he'll be more popular as a left winger than a right winger. Coming off the left wing onto his right foot. That long range curler skill. He does have through passing. He's got pinpoint crossing as well. His passing and crossing won't be too bad. His finishing is not much better than his low pass, but I think he will be better, certainly with that long-range curler skill, albeit I've just noticed his curl is absolutely terrible. So, yeah, I think just as a winger in general with a bit of end product could be handy. He's got pace. He's pretty tidy on the ball. He's 6'1". He's I'm not sure how nimble he's going to feel because he's fairly tall for a winger, but he's got decent balance, a little bit of physical strength. I think it looks handy. I think it looks like a handy option, right wing or left wing. You can certainly get away from the right wing. You don't need to just spam crosses as a right footer on the right wing, because with that whole player playing style, he's not going to just run up and down the wing. He's going to drift inside as well and get up into the penalty area. So, yeah, it could be a handy option. It doesn't look like an amazing card to me. It's 1-2 stats I'd like to be a little bit higher. Maybe he's a bit more ball control. Maybe he's a little bit more end product, maybes, but I don't think you can ask for too much more. I think that's a tidy winger. A bit of end product. Can play both wings. For your Italian squad could be handy. For your Senegal squad could be handy. Yeah, it's a handy one. That I think he looks alright. What do you lot think of Assane Diao? Where's chat? I can't keep up. Wasn't he Spanish? I don't know. Possibly. I forget. I forget who he used to play for. Maybe someone can remind me. Baller. Yeah. He's been doing well for Como. Leao Light. Very neat looking card. Seems like a pacey dribbler with no end product. Yeah, I mean the end product. I wouldn't say no end product. It's not bad, but it's not amazing either. He's kind of near enough there for passing and finishing. Nice if you're building an African content team. Yeah. Proper cutting and finished winger. The curl is criminal though. Yeah, the curl sucks. They could have boosted that a bit, I guess. I don't know though. I'm not sure how much curl he's got in his shots in real life. Got an African team, as you're a fan, so vibes, cool. What's up, Loki? Curl is bothering me here. Gonna go insane if they keep giving us cards where the stats don't represent the playing style. Does my head? Yeah, join the club. Tall dribblers burst is amazing. Cool. Good for African side. Rafael Mini. Oh, Betis was it? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I remember him playing for Betis. Yeah. Similar to Leao minus the physical. Yeah, I mean he's not too far off Leao. He's quite tall, so yeah. I think pretty much agreed there. It doesn't look like an amazing card, but it certainly looks like a very usable one. Could be very decent on the ball. Probably more of a kind of cut inside, goal scoring winger type of winger. So yeah, it could be a handy card to pick up. That's probably not the most exciting card. It's not one many people are going to get and be too excited. But I think if you do get him, you may actually find you got a decent card in your hands. One that would be well worth trying out if you get him. I'll definitely give him a go if I get him. So yeah, not amazing. A few stats I'd like to be a little bit higher, but yeah, could be handy. Could be a decent pickup if you get him. Gibbs-White Player of the Week. That rings a few bells. I used to have his original Player of the Week card. Got a face scan these days. Took him ages to get a face scan, Gibbs-White. His original Player of the Week card was one of the old glitchy ones that was just way better than it should have been. So that was quite a while ago. That was actually a centre forward with the deep line forward playing style. This version of Gibbs-White, actually, his weaker foot usage has been increased, by the way. So he's going to use his weaker foot more often, even though it's not very good. So again, that's not a good thing. But yeah, where are we? So yeah, his old deep line forward Player of the Week card is actually better than this one as an attacking midfielder, even though this one's an attacking midfielder. Whereas this one is a bit better as a centre forward than his centre forward Player of the Week card. So yeah, interesting. Albeit one thing that you do need to keep in mind with this card is that he does actually have through passing this time, which for some reason he doesn't normally have, which is really strange to me. But that was the one thing that goes against his original Player of the Week cards. It didn't have through passing. If it had through passing, it'd still be a great card, and it still is a pretty good card. It's just through passing is a really important skill on this type of player. But yeah, he's got through passing this time. He's had a Player of the Season card at the end of the season, last season I think it was. Pretty similar overall. Stats kind of shuffled around a little bit. That Player of the Season card's got left wing and right wing forward, so you've got less positions than this one, albeit you can play him as a wide SS, and he will have that whole player playing style like that, which could be pretty nice actually. His best highlight cards are slightly better as a number 10, kind of attacking midfielder than this one, but the stats are shuffled around a bit, not a massive difference. They've actually taken 2 points away from his dribbling, 3 points away from his lofted pass, which is weird. But they're giving a nice boost to his finishing, his speed, his physical contact been boosted. Yeah. And And yeah, overall he's looking decent. He's not looking amazing. Like I say, he's not quite as good as the kind of number 10 attack midfield type of thing as his original Player of the Week card, at least statistically, but certainly a decent card. He feels quite nice. I always forget how short he is, Gibbs-White. He doesn't look like he's that short. He looks like he's like at least 5 centimeters taller than that. But yeah, 171 centimeters. So he is going to feel nice on the ball. I can tell you from experience, my one feels nice on the ball. He's nippy. What have they done skill-wise? It gives right. Okay. So it looks like we've lost weighted pass and low lofted pass. That's a little bit harsh on an attacking midfielder. So yeah, apparently he's not got weighted pass or low lofted pass anymore. They've taken away a penalty specialist as well. But we've gained long range shooting, as I mentioned, through passing, and of course fighting spirit, because everyone gets that in Player of the Week. So yeah, through passing, big addition there. You got one touch and through, and then you got long range shooting, a first time shot, pinpoint crossing as well. So you got some end product, heel trick and outside curler, lovely ones to have, double touch, captaincy, yeah, and of course fighting spirit. So yeah, it's not an amazing card. I'd like maybe a little bit more on the ball and passing for an attacking midfielder. The attacking awareness and finishing for an attacking mid are fine. Some people would like a bit more attacking awareness these days. I still feel like that, as long as you're going over 80 with your game plan booster, I still feel like that's okay for a whole player. Decent pace for an attacking mid, bit of kicking power, a little bit of physical strength. So obviously had that boosted, bit of balance. Yeah, it could be a handy one. I wouldn't touch centre midfield because he's nowhere near strong enough defensively. But as an attacking mid or an SS, he looks quite handy. Maybe you could say that with his passing not being a bit higher than that and his finishing already being in the 80s, maybe he's more of an SS than an attacking mid, possibly. I quite like the look of him as an SS, to be honest. I mean, I use an SS and I don't, instead of an AMF, I have just one SS behind my attack, so it would suit me better as an SS, but I do think it looks like he probably suits that position a bit better. As a striker, not got the awareness, finishing's a bit low as well, so yeah, there's a few positions you could cover there, but he's very much a number 10 attacking mid or SS, and as much as he's not an amazing one, like I said, I'd like one or two stats to be just a little bit higher. They have given him through passing, which he hasn't always had, even on that go-to Player of the Week card. It's got unwavering form. And yeah, it's a pretty tidy card, that. Not an amazing one, but could be a pretty handy one. Like I say, from personal experience, he does feel nice in game to me. It could be a nice pickup. So yeah, what are you lot saying about Gibbs-White? Can do everything, but also mid-air everything. Yeah, still a bad summary. Higher pace than the Player of the Season, but less finishing and attacking awareness. Yeah, it's similar overall, but yeah, they shuffled a few of those stats around. Decent all-rounder, yeah. Pretty good and fast, typical whole player. Yeah, we'll cover you in English League and the England team. Whole player movement will help you. He'll play like highlight Rodgers card. If you like that card, you'll like him to go. I'm not sure I'd liken him to Rodgers, but yeah, certainly got some similar qualities. He does feel nice in the ball, Gibbs-White. Marinaka's threatened Konami for a face scan. Yeah, sounds about right. Maybe needs more attacking modes for a whole player. Yeah, like I say, some people would say so. That'll be a matter of opinion. There's no real threshold there. I think it's okay, but some would like a bit more. Utility attacker off the bench will give teams problems. Yeah, could be. The nightmare for Spurs fans. Yeah, the old Player of the Season card is tidy. Released his Player of the Week and got that one. Yeah, I think I've got both, to be honest. I'll have to check. Heel trick and outside curler's favourite skills for attacker. Yeah, they're good skills to have, definitely. They take heel trick away from a lot of attacking players, so it's nice that they've left it on one for once. Kind of meh, just isn't really special anything. Yeah, I think he's got enough enough in multiple areas that he'll have enough ability overall that he'd be a pretty tidy one. But yeah, he isn't really special at anything. That's the one thing that probably holds this card back from being a really good one. If he had a few more points on maybe he's on the ball stats, or maybe his passing or something like that, I think it would make a difference between it being a good card and a really good card. But it is at least a good card. So yeah, English League Challenge or England Squad or whatever, could be a very handy number 10 type of player. He's got plenty of ability there. And yeah, like I say, in personal experience, Gibbs-White's good in game. I like him. So yeah, not an elite level card by any means, but could be a solid one. I think a fair few people will be quite pleased with this guy. Youssouf Fofana. Face scan, a booster, technique booster. I know that one. Boom. Yeah, this guy's been such a conundrum this season for Milan because he's had moments this season where he's looked really good. Certainly, obviously, he's in Player of the Week now. He's played some really nice passes lately actually, but he's had so many moments where he's got into the opposition box and it's like he runs out of batteries and he just like falls over or misses the ball or something. It's so frustrating, but Yeah, he actually reminds me of when Lee Clark came through at Newcastle as a youngster. He was a attacking midfielder, and they nicknamed him Jigsaw because he went to pieces in the box. that's what Fofana's like. But yeah, not the first time I've had a version of Fofana. He's a box-to-box centre mid like he always is. It looks like a good version of him. What notes have I made in this guy? Compared to his previous trending cards, Player of the Week, Player of the Season, the booster makes this one, I think, the best version we've had of him so far. Compares pretty well to his highlights as well. Possibly the best version we've had of Fofana, all in all, to be honest. But there have been trainable versions of Fofana with better passing, even with the A-form boost activated. His passing could be better. So that does go against him a bit. They've actually taken points off his low pass. So they've taken 3 points away from his low pass. But when he's on A-form, his passing's as good as his GP card. Wow, so his passing must have been amazing. What else they've done to him? Nice boost to his finishing, his acceleration, his balance has had a bit of a boost. His physical contact's had a bit of a boost. That surprised me a bit. His GP card looks like he's got like 70-something for physical contact. I thought he'd deserve a bit more even on his GP card. Boosted a bit on the ball. Boosted his defending a little bit. What else have they done? They've done some skills. They've done long range curler, through passing, interception. Hello. This guy's got a nice set of skills for a centre mid, you know. He's got some defensive skills there. I mean, he's not too strong defensively, but depending on what kind of midfield setup you've got and how much defensive responsibility you give him, he could well be very effective at DMF as well, because he's got man mark, interception, blocker. Those are the 3 defensive skills that I would always want on a defensive mid. Be nice to have 1 or 2 more as well, but I think with those 3 you're pretty well sorted. And then when you're getting forward, get him on the ball. Soul control. I'm not sure I'd have expected that on Fofana, but yeah, you got soul control, you got long range curler. Is he gonna have a good shot on him? Not particularly, but it will help, I guess. But 1-touch pass and through passing, weighted pass as well. Outside curler, fighting spirit. Everyone has fighting spirit and Player of the Week. Yeah, that's a nice signal around with A-form. When he's not got A-form, yeah, I think this is another one where the booster makes a difference, doesn't it? The attack awareness is horrible. Finishing's not great. And low pass, 83. It's not brilliant. So you're not going to get +3 on that. So even on A-form, 86, but I'll boost up to 88 maximum unless you've got a manager that boosts it by 1 more. So yeah, I think without A-form, he's not that amazing. It looks pretty mid to me without A-form. But when he's on A-form, I think it looks solid. It's kind of got a bit of everything. He's pretty decent technically. Just the attack awareness sucks. And defensively, he's got a bit of defensive ability, bit of strength about him. Down the right, athletically, he's looking pretty strong, to be honest, and a good selection of skills there for a centre mid or a defensive mid. So I think there's plenty to be said for this card on A-form. Without the A-form boost, yeah, not a bad card, but not an amazing one. The low pass more than anything lets him down a bit, but certainly when he gets the A-form boost, it's a pretty tidy version of Fofana. Quite like the look of that one. Could be a decent option for quite a few Italian league squads. What are you lot saying? Daz is saying naughty words. Behave yourself. Got him. Keep getting him. He's an upgrade from Player of the Week with booster. Seems like a good centre mid option, apart from the very low attacking when some finishing. Yeah, on A-form I'd agree with that. Yeah. For centre mid he needs more pass. Yeah. For defensive mid he needs more defending. Yeah, it depends what kind of defensive mid. If he's going to be a lone DMF, yes. If he's in some kind of double pivot, something like that, then I think you can certainly get away with him. Proper box to box, yeah. Yeah. On A-form, strong box to box. Without A-form, yeah, maybe Ziffy though. Not comparable to Big Time McTominay. I mean, Big Time McTominay is good. Free Matez. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure we can compare many Player of the Week cards to Big Times and epic double booster legends, can we? Enjoy his free highlight card. Yeah, he's all right. He's kind of strong, isn't he? He's solid. But yeah, I think it's just another card where it's all about the booster. When he's not got that booster active, yes, you've got good skills and he's kind of okay in a lot of areas, but not looking too great. It's a pretty mid card without the booster, in my opinion. But when he's on A-form, maybe he's not an amazing card, but very solid. I think as an all-rounder in the middle of the park or as a kind of DMF of some kind, where you want a DMF who's got a bit of everything, I think he could be very solid when he's an A-form, but in my opinion, he does need that booster. So yeah, with the booster, it could be very handy. And he will get form from time to time. I'm not sure how often he'll get it, but yeah, for a fair few people, it could be a pretty handy midfield option. That, especially maybe certainly for your France squad or AC Milan squad as well. But yeah, for the Italian League change at least. not so great without A-form, but A-form does make him pretty decent, I think. Right back Zaïre-Emery, interesting. So got a face scan. You can make this guy right back. He's got previous cards. Some of them are semi-proficient right back. Some of them are fully proficient. At least 1 or 2 are. But yeah, this time he is actually a right back. He's an attacking fullback instead of a box-to-box. And yeah, he's looking pretty tidy. So we've had a few versions of this guy. It's pretty comparable to his better highlight cards as a centre mid as well as a right back, really. Obviously, his trainable cards as a centre midfielder tend to have better passing than this, though the passing's not too great. Has he got a booster? No booster. He's had a pretty different, but got a different build to his GB card. Can't really compare it directly, but yeah, he's looking pretty decent. You know, decent pace, decent physical strength, everything down the right's decent really for a right back. Defensively decent. None of this is looking amazing, but pretty decent. Good stamina, to be fair. And then down the left, nice for a right back. So yeah, as an attacking right back, this guy looks alright. What have they done skill wise here? What's new? What's not new? We've lost captaincy, weighted. Again, we've lost weighted pass and low lofted pass. I mean, I guess he's not a midfielder anymore. But if you're going to play him in midfield, those are two that yeah, I'll say those two are a bit of a loss. But we gained outside curler, first time shot, and what else we gained there? Through passing. Okay, so yeah, this is a very attacking right back. On any right back, I would like him to have man marking and blocker. So I would say those two are a bit of a miss. But we've got interception, you've got sliding tackle as well. And then going forward, like I say, I think he's a very attacking right back. You've got long range shooting and first time shot, and then you've got one touch pass and through passing. You've not got pinpoint crossing actually. That's a bit of a miss. That's a shame. So yeah, you got some good skills there, but there's 1 or 2 that I'd like in addition to those. So yeah, it depends which way you look at it really. But I think all things considered, yes, he's lacking 1 or 2 skills, but as a right back, and it's very much an attacking right back, I think he's pretty solid. I think the middle and right columns are okay. The left column's looking very nice as a right back. So yeah, attacking right back, very nice. If you prefer a defensive fullback, not going to be quite so good for you. But yeah, as an attacking right back, he looks like he could be a fun card. And you can still use him in midfield. I'm guessing he's got more defensive ability than he normally does. So yeah, it's some kind of DMF double pivot type of thing. Could be handy as a DMF, but not as a lone DMF certainly. But more as an all-rounder like he normally is as a kind of box-to-box centre mid. Could still do a decent job. The attacking awareness sucks. I'd like a few more on some of these technicals. But yeah, some good skills for an all-rounder in the middle of the park. You could definitely still use him in the middle. So yeah, it's a very, very usable card, but there's no regular league challenge for the French league, so that obviously goes against him. No unwavering form. 1 or 2 skills lacking, whatever position you play him in. Nothing majorly desperately lacking really, unless you're like a defensive fullback, obviously. But yeah, you got, for the most part, you got some good skills there. You certainly got some good stats. I think it's the versatile card really. It could be a very nice attacking fullback. You could still use him in midfield. Yeah, it's not a I don't know. Is it a really great card? What do you think about it? That to me looks like it just could be a kind of a fun card that would do a good job for you. It could be a pretty nice card at times, but I just don't know how often you'd be using them in any particular position really. I don't know if I'm being harsh. Not sure how to judge this one. I think if you use him in normal position, centre mid or defensive mid, he's kind of alright. But as a right back, yeah, as a very attacking right back, I think it looks pretty handy. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Pretty handy. I think that's a pretty nice card as a right back at least. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Anyway, what do you think of Zaïre-Emery? Better at centre mid than right back, you think so? Yeah, I was going to say with the pace, I mean, I think the pace is okay. I don't think it's going to be slow, but yeah, maybe with the way the power creep's going, maybe you do need a little bit more pace in a fullback. That's probably going to divide opinion. For me, he's around about okay for pace. I think he's alright, but some would probably want a bit more pace, to be fair. Decent at right back and centre mid, yeah. Seems like a great fullback apart from missing a few defensive skills. Good at centre mid, but like Fofana, too low attacking awareness and finishing. Yeah, fair. Good as a fullback and midfielder, just all right with everything. Yeah. I think the one area where he's really good in any position is when you play him as a fullback. The on the ball stats and the passing, low and lofted, are really nice. Just a bit of a shame he's not got pinpoint crossing really. Good that he doesn't have a booster. The stats won't depend on form. Yes, that's true. Interesting, back in the day, failed wingers became wingbacks, and now midfielders become wingbacks. Emery and Caicedo examples. Yeah, interesting. Joan Neves as well, yeah. Is he always 178 or have you hallucinated? Don't know, to be honest. I don't remember. Position card. Yeah, it's fun when they make the different positions, isn't it? That's at least that itself is one thing. That's one thing that makes these cards more interesting when they make them, give them different profiles to what they normally have. Yeah, so yeah, solid card. You can use them in a few positions. I think particularly as a right back, as a very attacking right back, it's going to be nice on the ball, have nice passing, albeit not so much the crossing. His crossing might be bad, just it would be nice to get a pinpoint crossing. But yeah, very attacking right back, could be very nice. Outside of that, yeah, it's maybe he's 1-2 skills like him. Maybe he's not too amazing in midfield, especially with the passing. But yeah, could still be handy in midfield. There's no regular league challenge there, so pros and cons. But I think for a fair few people, especially for like a very attacking fullback, could be a very nice card. Joan García, we were talking about him earlier. He's made some amazing saves this season. Face scan and booster, and the boost. I mean, it's one of the goalie boosters, isn't it? Yeah, this is a good goalie card. So we've had a few Joan García cards. We've literally just a few, a couple of trending ones. Player of the week, player of the season, and one highlight. This is the best version of him so far, and they just made him really good at goalkeeping and added a long throw, and that's about it really. About 6'3". What is his arm coverage? I'm going to check that now. 173.6, so that's pretty average. It's not bad. It's not amazing. Yeah, he's just a good goalie, really. I mean, most player that we goalies these days have got pretty good goalie stats, haven't they? But to be fair with this guy, even without A form, he's got some pretty good goalie stats. With A form, I mean, the reflexes are going to go to 96, fully boosted. For a player of the week goalie, that's good. Yeah, this is a good goalie. Unwavering form as well. Got low punt. It's probably the most popular skill in the goalie. Yeah, low punt, high punt, long throw, penalty saver. Good goalie stats. The distribution stats aren't too bad for a goalie. Obviously, I've nerfed the jumping, but they always did up player of the week. That's a good goalie. Could be a really good option for your Spanish League squad, your Barca squad, your Spain squad. What more can you say? You know, he's not got amazing physical profiles. Probably the one thing that holds him back from being a great card, but it's a very good card. I think that could be a very good goalie card for a lot of people to pick up. Looks good. One of the best player of the week goalies when he's in A form. Yeah, agreed. Wow, says that. Yeah, he does look good. Good without booster, great with. Yes. Close to Showtime De Gea, really. Interesting. Good keeper on A form. Yeah, we need 99 reflex. Yeah, he is so good in real life, isn't he? He's made a whole bunch. I said earlier, he's made a bunch of saves this season, which are all save of the season contenders. Looking really good for Barca. So yeah, that's just a good goalie card. Not much more to say. If he had the crazy physical profile of someone like Van der Sar or Vanya, this would be a really good goalie card. But he's not got short arms, just got a pretty average physical profile. Overall, that's a really good goalie. Without A form, solid. With A form, very good. Nice goalie card for a lot of people to pick up that. Right, there you go. Out of 10, give us your marks out of 10 for that pack. I am going to give it, I'm going to have a think while I sip my drink. What am I going to give that? I'm going to give that 6, I think. I don't know, am I being harsh? I don't think there are any real duds in there. There's a lot of cards in the pack that it just feels like it should have been just a little bit better. I don't know. Gibbs-White, some of his technicals could have been slightly higher. Fofana could have had slightly better passing. I mean, it's all right on A form, I guess, but yeah, he needs that boost. There's a few cards that need the booster. Brahim Díaz for me Brahim Díaz and Joan García, I think, are the two best cards in that pack. I think personally, there are some decent ones. I mean, Kenneth Taylor's kind of mid. Beto and Welbeck again. You know, they're two of the cards that really need the booster. They're all right with the booster, not too great without it. Hermoso, interesting one. Diao could be handy. Yeah, that for me is a 6. I couldn't go higher than 6, but I don't think I want to go lower than 6. I think it's all right. What are you lot saying? 6.9 from Delita, 7 from Pav. Welcome, Pav. 8.5 from J1 because of O'Reilly. J1, the Man City fan. 4 from Sinistra. Harsh, maybe. SD says 6. Solid 6 from Era. 4 from Daz. 6.9 from Sparks. 4 from Herman Mate. Welcome in anyone who I've not said welcome into. With Garcia, it's 8. Yeah, mixed opinions, to be honest. Mixed opinions. I do think it depends what you're looking for. There are definitely some nice cards in there. I think it's an interesting one. It's quite hard to rate that one. It's certainly, like I say, opinion divided there. Variety of ratings. But it's not an amazing one. It's certainly not an amazing one. But I think there's a fair few people that think that's at least a decent enough one. I think it's a decent enough one. Like I say, for me, Brahim Díaz and Joan García are the two picks of that pack, in my opinion. And then you got quite a few cards I think are at least all right, decent cards. Got a whole bunch of decent ones. Then just got a few that kind of need the boost and just aren't that amazing. Really, so fairly average on the whole, I think. But I think it's interesting. There's one or two interesting cards in there at least that make it a little bit better than an average one, in my opinion. But yeah, I would go with a 6. Yeah, Mars is saying 6 as well. So yeah. Yeah, 3 spin time, I guess. Right, who am I going to get? I want Diaz or Garcia. I think those are the only 2 that I really want. I wouldn't complain if I get João. He looks alright. So yeah, Diaz, João, Garcia. Let's see who I get, shall we? Yes, that's... Who's that? Oh, I got Garcia. Alright. Well, that's a slight upgrade on my Player of the Season version. Good goalie, that. Alright. Got a decent spin for once. Can't complain. So there you go. Right. I'm going to move on to doing the Champions League one next. So if you're watching live, don't go anywhere. I'm going to move on to that. If you're watching this on YouTube later or tomorrow or whenever it's finally finished processing, because it takes hours and hours and hours for YouTube to let me to just make a clip out of a stream, which is really frustrating. But anyways, yeah, if you're watching this later on YouTube, cheers for watching. Let me know what you think of the pack. Hopefully you found it useful. Watch out for the Champions League review. That'll be coming up soon as well. And yeah, cheers for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.